to a brief history of Wallace and Gromit. Now, you may be wondering why, after my first video for Children in Need, I'm going to be making another one. It's Wallace and Gromit's history. The first film of Wallace and Gromit is called A Grand Day Out, in which Wallace and Gromit goes to Baboon to search for cheese, and it's created by director and animator Nick Park. Grand Day Out was his first short film for Wallace and Gromit, in which Wallace goes to Baboon to search for the cheese, in which he tried it, but then he had said, it's like no cheese I ever tasted. And when Wallace spots a moon oven, but it doesn't do cooking, it gives out parking tickets. And also, there was another thing about Wallace and Gromit. Peter Sellers voiced us as Wallace. And A Grand Day Out is the best first film ever to be made. There is a Channel 4 ident leading into Wallace and Gromit A Grand Day Out as part of Creature Comforts Oscar special.
Before Creature Comforts, animator Nick Park studied at the National Film and Television School. A Grand Day Out was his diploma film, another Oscar nominee, and winner of the 1990 BAFTA Award for Best Animation.
Next film is Wallace and Gromit The Wrong Trousers, which is another animated short film in 1993. We got Wallace and Gromit, and there's Feathers McGraw, who is the enemy, who becomes an innocent lodger who stays for the night. And then he was planning an evil plan just to steal the diamonds from the museum, I think. And then they have the most craziest train chase in the living room, which is very strange, really, because you only do it in real movies. And anyway, in 1993, that's on 26th of December 1993, when Wallace and Gromit had their first airing of The Wrong Trousers.
First, as part of our animated 2 season, we go for walkies in The Wrong Trousers.
First on BBC Wales on 2, animated comedy and Trousers automated.
There was another ident, which is also goes into Inside the Wrong Trousers, in which Nick Park looks at his own film, being made by Nick Park.
You may have spent some of this morning looking into a stocking or pillowcase. Well, now on BBC Two, we continue our animated 2 season by offering you the chance to look inside The Wrong Trousers and the work of Oscar-winning animator Nick Park.
The third Wallace and Gromit film is A Close Shave, which Wallace and Gromit is doing window cleaning services. Wallace has found his first lady love, the lovely Wendeline Ramsbottom. Yeah, that's a funny word. Oh, and Wendeline's got a dog. He's called Preston the dog, who turns out to be a robot in the end. And then he gets crushed, and to put them in tins, like in Preston's dog food, really. There was the motorbike thing, which goes around on 24th of December 1995. There was a special BBC Two ident with Wallace and Gromit, which is that they had their first airing in A Close Shave. When Gromit turns the light on, BBC Two goes automatically doing the Christmas lights, like they do with a neon ident. And then the lady with a dicky bow said, and we stay with this dazzling duo.
Now on BBC Two, in another enchanting story from Oscar-winning animator Nick Park, with more gadgets than James Bond, more menacing than Jaws, Wallace and Gromit are about to encounter a fiendish stranger.
There is a BBC Two ident as well as part of a Wallace and Gromit season back in December 1995.
Well, now on BBC Two, the happy home of Wallace and Gromit is up for disruption. Claymation Oscar-winning adventure, Nick Park's The Wrong Trousers.
First on BBC Two, it's one small step for man, but a giant leap for a dog. Wallace and Gromit go to the moon.
There's the animated 2 ident, which also only leads into Wallace and Gromit, Faust, and other animated specials. And the next film is the major feature film. It's Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of a Were-Rabbit, in which Wallace was turning himself into a were-rabbit because of a full moon. You've heard of a werewolf, but never a were-rabbit. Well, and it was originally released on 19th of October 2005, because I think it was the first ever film, because it was longer than the other half-hour specials. And there's his second lady love this time, with Lady Tottyton of Tottyton Hall, or Ladyship, as Wallace says. But Wallace called her Totty. He likes it better. It's easy for him to say. And there's Victor, who was trying to defeat the were-rabbit for good. And he's never nice. And there are all those pesky bunnies who tries to steal vegetables and other stuff. Our last Wallace and Gromit film is A Matter of Loaf and Death, in which Wallace goes about his on the baker business, and Wallace and Gromit are become bakers in which they sell bread door to door, until Wallace met his third lady love, and this time it's Paella Bakewell, in which she was a serial killer, in which she attempts to try and kill Wallace so that he can become a 13th baker, and this will be her baker's dozen. There is a new BBC One ident for Wallace and Gromit, and that's 16 years after the BBC Two ident. Anyway, and now here is a BBC One ident, which is the first day of a new ident in 2008. Have a look at this.
Yes, with the return of Wallace and Gromit, it's going to be a cracking Christmas here on BBC One. And while they're messing about in the snow, we're off to the ballroom.
And there's another BBC One ident. It's the same ident, but this time Wallace speaks as he says, "Gromit, lad, she's BBC One." And then the BBC announcer, I think the BBC announcer got us into a Wallace and Gromit, A Matter of Loaf and Death, and that was the first ever airing of a new short film in 2008 on 25th of December 2008.
Gromit, lad, we're on BBC One. Hey, who turned out the lights? Gromit, where's me hat?
BBC One has always had the best double acts at Christmas. Morecambe and Wise, the two Ronnies, Del Boy and Rodney. And now Wallace and Gromit's return with a Who Donuts mystery. It's a matter of loaf and death.
And that's the brief history of Wallace and Gromit. And I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.